Welcome, this is yoga. We're gonna start in a seated position with your right leg extended long and your left foot pressed onto your inner thigh. If your knee does not comfortably rest onto the ground, just prop a block up underneath it. And make sure those seat bones are nice and grounded. Inhale, reach your arms up, deep breath in, and then exhale, fold into it. Inhale, when you're ready to come up, reach up. Exhale, on your way down. And then when you come up, try to circle through the arms, just like a big range of motion. Like you're teeing them out. And then exhaling, reaching forward. Just about 5 more, and then we're gonna stay forward. Three. Okay, that's the next time that you come forward. Stay here and breathe. If it's super easy to catch your foot, you could use a block here to place onto your foot, or you could also use a strap to help you catch your foot. And I want you to think about stretching out not just your leg, but your arms too. That's one of the reasons you might want to put a block there. Stretching out your arms and your legs. And the low back too. Plug those seat bones into the ground, maybe shift a little bit side to side. Keep breathing into this, melting into the exhalation. Three more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, gently walk it up. So you're nice and straight sitting. Place your left hand onto the ground and then just bring that right knee up towards your right shoulder. Hold onto your ankle. And we're just gonna take it back and up. Back and up. Stretching out through the quad. Exhaling on the way up. Inhaling on the way back. Good, just about 5 more. And the next time that that leg is back there, keep it back, maybe come down onto your forearm if that's comfortable for you. And then just position your torso so it's looking down as you stretch that leg back. Flex your foot if you can. Hold it back there and breathe. 5 more deep breaths. Good, and on the exhalation, bring yourself up. The same right leg, cross it in front of your left leg. Flex this foot on the right side. We're gonna bring the knee up and down, press it down. Bring it up towards your torso, then press it down with your hands. Up and down. Keep this foot flexed on the right side. Up and press it down. Good. Those seat bones should be feeling into the ground. Good. All right, one more time, all the way through, up and down, and then keep it pressed down. Move your seat bones so they're grounded onto the ground. Keep concentrating on pressing this right knee down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, Press it down. Inhale up, exhale down. Stay to that right side. Good, 5 more. And the next time that you're down there, stay down. If you can, try to walk your hands out. We're just staying over to the right side. Press your hands into the ground so all of your weight is going in towards your seat bones. And try to keep those knees down if you can. Breathe into it. 5 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, walk it to the center. Stay in the center, press into the ground, and just breathe here. Feeling it a little bit more into that low back. Starting to feel it more into the hip. 5 more deep breaths. Stretching out those arms too. Good, on the exhalation, take it over to the left side, just as far as you can until you feel like you can't go anymore. And then just stay there, press into the ground, breathe into it. 5 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, bring it back to center. And seat yourself in a tall seated position. The same right leg is going to go as far out to the side as you can. You need to reposition yourself a little bit. Make sure those seat bones are grounded. That leg is way far out to the side. Lift up, resettle those seat bones. And then press down on this bent knee. Remember, if you need to, prop a block under it. And then reach toward that long leg on the right side with your right hand. Breathe here. 5 more deep breaths. Good, and now we're going to take our left hand over to that right side. See if you can reach the right foot. If you can easily reach the right foot, take your right hand, place it onto the ground in front of you. Press your hand into the ground to look up. 5 deep breaths. And on the exhalation, gently unwind and slowly find yourself up. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of feet together. Interlace fingers around toes. Wiggle yourself to come up towards your heels. And then when you feel like you're as far up as you can go, we're going to start folding forward. Press your elbows onto your legs, and then lift up. Just work on the arms right now and the torso. Press your elbows onto the legs to lower. Inhale to look up. Round through that spine when you come up. Exhaling down. Inhale, round up. Exhale, fold a little bit flatter back. And the inhale, round up through the vertebrae. Let the breath help you. Move the neck too. Good, just about 3 more. Then we're going to start involving the legs with it too. All right, and now we're gonna start squeezing the legs to the arms, and then bend the elbows, press your legs down. Squeeze your legs to your arms, and then use your elbows to press them down. Good. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Squeeze those legs to your arms. Good. 5 more up and down. Good. Last one. And then end just in a nice tall position. And this time we're stretching our left leg out. The right leg is just gonna come bent up with the foot on the inner thigh. Reset your seat bones so you're grounded onto the ground. Make sure you're nice and you don't wanna have any like contorted skin or anything like that. Inhale, reach up through the arms. Deep breath in, exhale down, and then fly those arms out to come up. Inhaling up, exhale down, fly it out to bring it up. Stretch even your arms, even your fingers. Good. Just like big arm circles, moving with your breath, with your torso, through the leg. 5 more. Good. And the next time that you come down, stay here, reach in towards your long leg. If you want to get that ring or block or strap to help you take your stretch even deeper. Make sure those seat bones are grounded. If you need to wiggle side to side to ground through it. 5 more deep breaths here. Good, and then slowly bring it up. We're gonna place our right hand to the side and then take your left ankle with your left hand, bring the knee up and back. All the way up and back. Ooh, this is a nice dynamic warm up before we stretch out that quad. Here's where you can really feel where you might be having some tension. Maybe you hadn't noticed before. And then we're gonna start taking this stretch all the way back. Come onto your forearm if that's comfortable for you. Look down as you stretch that leg back. Try to resist into it. 5 more deep breaths. Good, and on your exhalation, start bringing yourself up. We're gonna step that left foot down in front of us. Make sure your right foot, your right leg is nice and in. Reset through your seat bones as you need to. And then this left knee is just gonna be up and down. Reposition yourself so you can find a little rhythm here. Up and press it down. Up and down. Good, inhaling up, exhale, press down. Five more, then we're just gonna stay and press it down. 3, 2, okay, then next time that it's down, keep it there, maybe reset a little bit more. And we're just gonna inhale, lift up, exhale, press it down. Inhale up, exhale, press it down. Keep that foot flexed, protecting all of your ligaments through the leg. Inhale up, exhale down. 5 more, then we're staying down. All right, the next time that we're down, stay down. Stretch those arms out, press into the ground. All the weight's gonna go to your right side. Maybe you are starting to feel something you hadn't felt before, breathe into it. I'm feeling all this tightness right here I didn't notice before. Breathe into it. And on your exhalation, bring it to the center. Stretch out through the back, breathe. And on that exhalation, walk it all the way to the side, to the right. Press into the ground, breathe. Good, one more deep breath. And on your exhalation, bring it to the center, walk it all the way up. Now we're taking this leg out to the side, the left leg, way out to that left side. Reset yourself as you need to. Making sure you're grounded through those hip bones. Press onto this right bent knee and stretch out that left arm to reach as far as you can onto your left foot. Use a strap or some kind of prop to help you if you need to. But just breathe here. Start looking up slightly. 5 more deep breaths and we're gonna reach that other arm. And then see if you can reach that top right arm and use your left hand to press onto the ground to breathe here. Keep looking up, 5 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, slowly unwind yourself, tiptoe yourself back up, cross your legs, and then we're gonna shift yourself into a tabletop position, finding the center of your mat. Make sure your knees are in line with your hip bones, and then just start rounding and arcing. Moving through your cat-cow at a nice, slow pace, so you can really feel through your breath. Let Let your shoulders move, your hips move. Good. The next time you come into your rounded spine, stay here and just round through it. Swirl, move through the hips, through the shoulders, through the back. Breathe. And then when you're ready, just go your other way. And bring it back to your center, curl your toes, take it into your downward facing dog. Chin into your chest. Walk it out, breathe. Nice wide fingers, straight back, open shoulders. And then put all of the weight onto your right side. Left leg is going to extend up and then bring it in like you're coming into a mountain climber on one side and then straight back up. So when you bring it in, it's almost like a one-sided plank. So I want you to flatten out your back and then straight back up. Just knee in towards your chest and then straight back up. Start feeling into the breath. Inhale when you reach the leg back. Exhale when you bring it up. Good, 5 more. And the next time that this leg comes up, step it up there. Start bending your knees down and then straightening up your legs. Both toes are pointing forward. Bend down, straighten up. Bend down, straighten up. Exhale on the way down, inhale on the way up. Good, 2 more. And the next time that you have this straight leg, bend your back knee and do a little itty bitty hop. A little itty bitty hop with that back right leg. At your own pace, maybe get it a little bit higher. All right, now we're gonna just bring it in so that you can step your foot down. Both feet are flat on the ground. Both feet are pointed forward. Find your block if it's near you. So you can come up just a little bit. We're focusing on low body right now. Shift your hips side to side. So you can really just feel through the hips, through the hamstrings. But I want your legs both straight, toes forward in the direction of your knees, and just shifting through the hips. Side to side, right to left. Good, just about 5 more. All right, now we're gonna focus on going forward and backward. Forward and backward, but still everything is planted on the ground. through the feet. You might feel a slight little lift in the heel on that back right side when you come up, but right before the heel is going to totally lift up off the ground, go back again. So we're really getting deep through the hamstrings right now. All right, now just find a comfortable resting position through your hamstrings. And then you can lower your block a little bit more. Just stay there and breathe. If you don't want the block, you can take it away. And just tuck your chin in toward your chest. Breathe into that leg in front of you. All right, now we're gonna add a little twist into it. Place your block or just your left hand on your side of your foot and your right arm starts to come up. See if you can look up to the ceiling at your hand, at your arm. Your arm's nice and long. Your arms are just in a nice straight line, nice vertical position. Open up the hips slightly, breathe into it. 5 more deep breaths, then we'll come and do our other side. Like meaning twisting. We're not quite finished with this left leg. Good, and then on your exhalation, slowly bring it down. Place that block on the right side, put your right hand onto the block, and then you can always take the block away. Start coming up with your left hand, and then position yourself however feels good. If you want to take the block away or move it a little bit higher or out to the side, really try to open up through the shoulder, like you're pressing on a wall behind you with your shoulders. 5 more deep breaths. Good, on the exhalation, slowly bring it back down. We're gonna come into a standing position. Left leg, try to keep it planted onto the ground. Bring your right knee up and just hug it in. Now we're balancing on that same left leg. Just hugging in to your right leg. Look at a spot that's not moving. And then just start circling your right ankle. Put a little bend in that left knee just for support. Good. And then reverse the direction of your circle. All right, we're going to start finding a tree pose. So take your right foot, place it anywhere that's above or below your knee. Just not on your knee. Start bringing your palms to heart. And then at your own comfort, you can find your branches. Maybe even wiggle your fingers like they're leaves on a tree. Ground that foot into the ground. Let it grow roots, grounding you into the ground. 5 more deep breaths. Good, on the exhalation, slowly palms back to heart and release your feet down to the earth. Come to the top of your mat, inhale, reach your arms up, reposition your feet so they're about hip distance apart, lean back, deep breath in. And then exhale, swan dive it down, hands under your shoulders, step or jump into that plank line. Stay here 5 breaths, holding plank. On the exhalation, bend the elbows down, point your toes, and then place those hands low on the rib cage. Come into a baby cobra or an up dog. Baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. And then you can just move your head in whatever directions feel good. Stretching out all the way through the abdominal muscles. 5 deep breaths here. Good. And on your exhalation, curl your toes and start pressing into your downward facing dog. And go ahead and just walk your dog out. Breathe into it. All right, now we're going to start putting all of the weight onto the left foot. Bring the right knee in, all the way in towards your chest, and then straight up toward the ceiling. All the way in toward the chest, and then all the way up. Exhaling on the way in, inhaling on the way up. Five more. Good, and then step your foot forward. We're in that low lunge, bending and then straightening. Bend both knees down and then straighten back. When you bend down, you can even take a little hip stretch here too. And then straighten back. Bend down, straighten back. Good, 2 more, and then we're gonna stay straightened out. And then whenever you're ready, just stay here, straight legs, shift side to side. You can use that block to help you. Just feeling through the hips. All right, now we're just gonna take a little lift up with the back leg. Little lift up. See if you can get the foot off the ground. Maybe even start going a little bit higher, just at your own comfort. And start finding a position with your feet where both feet can press onto the ground without your heels lifting up. But keep lifting up that back leg 5 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now start positioning your foot so both feet are pointed forward, but that back leg is as far back as you can get it with your heels still onto the ground. Maybe you want that block. Maybe you just want to keep your hands onto the ground and then start shifting forward and back. Right before that heel's gonna lift up off the ground, take it back again. 5 more times, then we'll go right to left. Right now, keep that foot, that back foot planted onto the ground, and then just shift right and left with your hips. Hips are going right and left, legs are staying straight. Good, and then start finding a nice comfortable stretched position. Place your right hand under your shoulder. Feel free to use that block. And then left arm is gonna come all the way up, look to the ceiling, reposition yourself as you need to. If you're blocked, if you don't need it, pretend like you're pressing your shoulders against a wall behind you. 5 deep breaths. Good, on the exhalation, slowly lower it down with your left hand under your left shoulder and your right arm comes up. 5 breaths. Good, on the exhalation, slowly put a little bend in your knee and we're gonna start coming up, bringing the left knee into the chest. Balance here. Plant your right foot onto the ground and just hug that left knee in. Put a slight little bend in the knee with the option to circle the ankle on that left side. Good. Just breathe into it. And now reverse the direction of those ankle circles. Good. And now bring this foot anywhere that's not on your knee. So it could be above or below. Bring your palms to your heart center. And then at your own comfort, stretch up, wiggle your fingers, 5 more deep breaths. Good. And slowly start bringing your palms back to heart. And set your foot down. We're gonna walk those feet out nice and wide. And then just get nice and low as you can go. Bring your elbows in towards your inner thighs and just press here. Palms to the heart center, 5 deep breaths. And on your exhalation, slowly release your arms and set your hips onto the ground, find your feet and balance here. If you need to, you can place your peace sign fingers around your big toes. 5 deep breaths and we're just gonna rock it back. Good. And then just make sure there's space behind you and rock back into your happy baby. You can keep your knees bent or you can straighten out your legs, whatever feels comfortable for you. And now we're gonna release our hands from our legs and then slowly lower your arms and legs down into a canoe position. Bring your chin into your chest, hold that canoe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it into Savasana. Make sure you're in the center of your mat, your spine and your hips long. Take a big deep breath, inside out. And just ground your body into the earth. Get nice and grounded. Breathe into this. Relax. And begin just making small little movements, wiggling fingers, toes, blinking your eyes, moving your head side to side. And bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice big hug. And rock yourself up into a nice, comfortable seated position. Make sure you're grounded on your seat bones. Stretch those arms up. Big deep breath. Inhale and exhale into your heart center one more time, up and around. Inhale, reach up, stretch even your fingers. Exhale into your heart center, your thumbs to your heart. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.